Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video that I'm honestly surprised that I have never done before. Today I'm going to be talking about 10 of my most favorite vegan restaurants in Los Angeles. I just moved up to LA in December of 2021. However, I was living about an hour south of LA my entire life. So I've been here a decent amount and I definitely have tried a decent amount of restaurants in LA. So I think I'm pretty qualified to speak on this. And not only just vegan restaurants in LA, I've tried vegan restaurants all over the country. So I feel like I'm a resource that you can trust. So with that being said, I'm just gonna go over 10 of my favorite vegan restaurants. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about some of my favorite menu items, like the atmosphere, what type of restaurant it is. I don't know, any type of recommendations that I have or fun facts that I have about the place, because I always get asked or get DMs like, hey, I'm coming to LA next week. I really wanted some good vegan recommendations. Like, do you have any restaurants I should go to? And so now I can just direct you all to this video, because this video is gonna be so much more in depth than obviously like a DM response that I can give. These are not in any particular order, purely because I cannot choose a favorite or even begin to rank these. All of these places are a 10 out of 10. Amazing. So first on the list we have Pureveda, and Pureveda was the very first 100% vegan Italian restaurant and wine bar, which is super cool. Guys, when I tell you this is the best vegan Italian food, or maybe even Italian food I've ever had in my whole life, they make all of their like nut cheeses in-house and they're incredible. There are two locations. One is in Redondo Beach and the other one is located on Santa Monica Boulevard in West Hollywood. For starters, the mozzarella sticks are amazing, and then so is the grilled ciabatta. I actually like it even more than the mozzarella sticks. It's like ciabatta bread and then this, I think, type of like nut cheese. You dip it in. Mind-blowing. I cannot believe it's vegan. It's insane. But in terms of mains, you have to try a calzone. They are absolutely massive. Probably 4 people could split one easy and be full, along with like maybe like a starter. But my favorite menu item, hands down, is the carbonara. It is insane. It is actually an avocado-based sauce. I don't really know how they do it, but it is the creamiest, most amazing vegan pasta you'll find anywhere. And they have mushroom bacon on top. So good. Vegan bacon is very hit or miss, but this one is a 10 out of 10. I can only speak for the West Hollywood location because I've never been to the one in Redondo, but at least for the West Hollywood location, there's a little outdoor seating and there's inside. It's super cute. It's never too busy. I've never been just like struggling to find a table, and I always have a great time, so highly recommend Pureveda. Next on the list is Nomu, and Nomu is a 100% vegan diner located on Melrose in West Hollywood. I would say this is definitely the cutest of all the places I'm gonna mention. This place is very vibrant, like everything's bright colored. They actually remodeled more recently, within like the past maybe 6 months, and it looks so nice, and their menu is pretty small. I'm gonna look it up real quick so I can give you a review, because I've had majority of the things on the menu. So we're just gonna go through the menu. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you can see how small it is. But they have the Nomu, which is just their burgers, and they're very good. I mean, it's Beyond Meat, so you know what the patty tastes like. It tastes like a really good vegan burger. Then they have the barbecue bacon, which is like a barbecue bacon burger. I have not had that. The hot chicken and the classic chicken sandwiches are both really good. The fries, I mean, they're just like normal fries, but they have 4 different sauces: the garlic aioli, avocado ranch, Nomu sauce, and chipotle mayo. I have had all 4 and would recommend all 4. So the last menu item that's like food that I had not gotten the chance to try were the wings. And this is something that I've been wanting to try for a while. They are made of oyster mushrooms. And so actually last night I went last night so that I'd be able to review them for you all in this video. So I'll put in the clips of that. I really wanted to like them, and I don't dislike them. They're not bad, but they are just like very plain battered mushrooms. It just tastes like mushrooms, and you get one of the 4 dipping sauces with it. So the sauce tastes good, and like it dipped in the sauce, yeah, it's good, but they're not wings, and they won't be something that I will be ordering again, so I actually don't recommend those. Everything else on the menu I do though. And then their shakes, all the shakes that I've had have been super good. Hi, I'm editing this video right now, and somehow forgot to talk about my #1 most favorite menu item. I don't know how that's possible. I think I just got distracted by looking at like what was on the physical menu, and I completely forgot to mention this because it's on their secret menu. It's not really so secret. If you look on their Instagram, it's everywhere, but it's not on their normal menu, so you do have to know a little bit of insider information to order it. But this is their breakfast sandwich, and when I tell you guys this is the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had, I'm not lying. It is on an English muffin. There is a truffle cheese sauce, a hash brown, a vegan sausage with vegan cheese, vegan egg, avocado, more of the truffle cheese sauce, and then another English muffin. Every single time that I eat this, I'm mind blown, and I don't think I'll ever order something else from them again. Maybe I will, but it's gonna be a while because I cannot imagine myself going and getting something other than the breakfast sandwich. It is phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Everything that I would ever want in a breakfast sandwich. So yeah, if you want to go to a super cute vegan diner, I highly recommend Nomu. Number 4 on this list is called Wolfies Hot Chicken, and it is basically a vegan sports bar. I wish I had videos of this place. I only have photos, but I'm going to put in the photos. It looks just like your typical sports bar, and everything that I've eaten there has been so good. They have a few like preparation styles that they do to their chicken that can be made into either a sandwich or tenders or loaded fries. They have like a buffalo, Nashville hot. They had a Korean one. They actually just removed it because they're now doing like a rotating sandwich. So they'll have the 3 that stay there and then the one that rotates. And then I think they have like a bourbon barbecue one. Something like that. I have not had that one, so that's the only one I can't speak about. But I had the Korean one, the Nashville hot, and the original in sandwiches, tenders, and loaded fries. So I've definitely had enough to be able to tell you that it's all been so good. I would say out of the tenders, the loaded fries, and the sandwiches, the sandwich is my favorite way to get the chicken. I mean, loaded fries in general just kind of get a little soggy, and then tenders are good, but the sandwich is just like a little bit better. Sports bars don't interest me a whole lot. I mean, I'll totally go with friends or people that do want to go, but if you personally have ever missed going to sports bars and getting like good food now that you're vegan, please check out Wolfies. It is in Glendale and it is so cool. So now we're on to number 4, which is a sushi restaurant, but I do have to admit this one is actually not in LA. It is in Orange County, but I had to include it because it is better than any vegan sushi I've had in LA by far, and not only that, it is just like the best sushi I have ever had. This place is called Kensho. It is in Huntington Beach, California, and it is an incredible vegan sushi spot. It is 100% vegan. I've taken my whole family there. I've taken friends there. Everyone has loved it. Words from my brother himself, which I would like to say my family eats sushi a fair bit. He said this is his favorite sushi place he has ever been to in his life, vegan or not. So if that does not tell you that it's good, I don't know what will. They have a whole bunch of rolls, and I don't think I've had one that I dislike. If I have, I cannot think of it. But my favorites are the Crunchy Cali, Dragon, Caterpillar, and Spider rolls. Those ones are all good. They have really cute hand rolls, miso soup. They have a few desserts. I actually have never eaten in this restaurant. The restaurant itself is not too cute, if I'm gonna be honest. I think they're in the process of renovating because they did just move. So maybe I haven't been since they've upgraded it, so hopefully it's looking a little bit better. I normally do takeout, but I could not recommend this sushi spot more to vegans and non-vegan. So now we're moving on to Nexon Beverly, which is on Beverly. They describe themselves to be a melting pot of cuisines, which I would say is very true. You can find a little bit of everything there. They have a brunch, lunch, and dinner menu, and my recommendations for brunch at least are the waffler sandwich, which is a breakfast sandwich, but instead of like any other type of bread, it is 2 waffles. And then I also had the chilaquiles, which were good. I'm just not a big fan of those in general, so I don't know if I'm the best person to review them, but they were really good. But the one thing I did to say you have to get is their Detroit style pizza. It is like a deep dish pizza, and it is so fluffy. Same with basically every other place here. The atmosphere of this place is so cute. They have a really cute like outdoor patio. I've actually never sat inside, but outdoor is really cute. Number 6 is Plantpowered Fast Food, which if you can't tell is a vegan fast food place, like a full drive-through. Everything looks just like a fast food place. They had a bunch of locations all throughout Orange County for the longest time, up until maybe a month or 2 ago. They opened one in Hollywood. So of course you can go to any of the ones in OC. I've been to a bunch of the ones there and they're all great, but there is one in LA that just opened, and actually I'm very impressed by it. It is so cute. But not only that, with it being in Hollywood, the first time I went over, I was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to find parking, like this is gonna suck. No, I didn't have to. They have a great parking lot. It's not incredibly large, but I mean, it was not even half full when I went. So such an easy parking experience, and I don't really think I've eaten anything there that I haven't liked. I mean, every single one of their burgers that I've had have been really good. I've had like a fried chicken sandwich that was really good. Breakfast, I've had their breakfast burrito and like an English muffin sandwich, but I really want to go back for breakfast because they have croissant sandwiches that I have not gotten the chance to try. I recently had their fish fillet sandwich. It was pretty good. I do prefer their burgers and chicken sandwiches, but not bad. And then they also have iconic fries, which is like their version of animal style fries. I'd never had animal style fries prior to going vegan, but I tried these ones and they're really, really good. So I can't really compare them, but it's fries, cheese, onions, and a sauce. So I can't imagine how different it would be, but it's really, really good. They also have monthly like changing shake flavors. They have a bunch of shakes actually. They probably have like 10 flavors that stay there, but then every single month they change like 2 of them. And it's so fun. They always have new ones, and these shakes are probably the best vegan shakes I've had. Nomu, like I mentioned earlier in the video, has good vegan shakes, but not quite as good as Plantpowered. My camera just randomly died mid-filming, so I apologize if anything has changed, but I think it caught everything I was trying to say about plant-powered fast food. But either way, let's just move on to the next one. This restaurant I would say is similar to Nexon Beverly in the sense that it kind of just has a bunch of everything. There's so many different cuisines there. You can find so many different types of food, but the thing about this place is that you have to order as if you were giving yourself a positive affirmation. So you have to say like, I am fiery, I am awesome, I am extraordinary, and every single I am blank is a different menu item. So you might feel a little silly saying it, but the place is really cute. I would say this is maybe my favorite interior of all of the restaurants I'm mentioning, but they also have 5 locations. They have one at the art districts in Larchmont, Newport Beach, San Diego, and in Venice. So hopefully you'll be close to one of those. I think my favorite menu item is their kelp noodles. They like rotate the flavors every so often. I think I've had like 2 different ones. I've had like a Thai inspired one and a basil pesto type one. Both were really good. They use a lot more like whole ingredients, I feel, than a lot of other ones on this list. Like they don't really use processed vegan meats or anything. It's pretty much like plant-based meals, but they're all really good and I highly recommend. Number 8 is Gracias Madre, which is a Mexican restaurant. We haven't had a single Mexican restaurant so far. They have 2 locations, one in West Hollywood and one in Newport Beach. I've never been to the Newport one, but I've been to the West Hollywood one a handful of times. And actually the last time I was there, I saw Troye Sivan walking down the street, walking alone, so that was fun. I feel like I've said this about all of them, so I'm sorry, but the atmosphere is amazing. It's great. The outdoor section, of course, is very like bright and pretty, but so is the inside. The inside, there's very big windows, the doors are always open, so it's very nice whether if you're sitting inside or outside. And I think my favorite menu items, one of them is the wet burrito, which I am normally not a wet burrito fan, but this is a jackfruit like based burrito and it's really good. But also they have these potato pimiento flautas that are really good as well. Number 9 is Veggie House, and I'm gonna be completely honest and say that I actually have only been to this place once, but I am putting it on this list for 2 different reasons. One, it's a Thai restaurant. We don't have any Thai food on here, so I thought I would want to mix it up a bit. And then second, a lot of the other restaurants, if you're just doing a basic search for LA vegan restaurants, you're gonna find majority of them because they're really good, so they're really popular, so they're gonna show up. But Veggie House is not as popular. I had never heard of it from anyone, like anyone talk about it ever, until I was just like searching. This is actually in Studio City. It's a little different than all the other restaurants. It doesn't have like the same trendy look. It's also really small. I mean like 5 tables max. Very small. But the parking's really easy, and we got fried rice, pad thai, and orange chicken, and all 3 were so good.
It smells so good.
I'm so excited.
Literally, I'm so impressed.
Okay, so we have veggie fried rice, added vegan chicken. There's tofu, bunch of veggies. Orange chicken, we didn't get rice because we already got fried rice. And then pad thai. Oh no. Tasty though.
Yeah.
That's good. If you had seen my turning my boyfriend vegan for 24 hours video, we actually went in that video. So the dinner in that video is Veggie House, and I've been meaning to go back because they have a decently sized menu, so there's a lot of things that I want to try and everything looks really good. So yeah, I just wanted to include this because I think it's like a hidden gem that a lot of people aren't going to find on their own. Sadly, the last restaurant on this list is Crossroads Kitchen, which is more of an upscale restaurant than the others on this list, and it is also on Melrose in West Hollywood. They have a weekend brunch, a weekday lunch, and an all-day dinner menu. I could be wrong with the number, but I believe that they change their menu quarterly. If it's not quarterly, then it's a handful of times throughout the year, so it's always new things. And not only just new things, they'll like bring things back, but it's always rotating. In terms of brunch, the things on top of my head that I can think of that I've tried is their pancakes, French toast. Ooh, their like sausages are really good. Oh, I don't even remember. Oh, there's this one thing called a khachapuri. I'm apologizing if I'm pronouncing that wrong, but it is like a bread little boat, and it's filled with vegan ricotta and a vegan egg yolk, which is insane. It's made out of tomatoes. Also, majority of everything is made in-house, but you dip the bread into the ricotta and the egg yolk. That expands like a normal egg yolk. It is probably the best thing that I've had from their brunch menu, or at least my favorite thing because it's just the most fun. But like I said, how they make everything in-house, they make a ton of fresh pasta, and their pasta is incredible. I've had a handful of their pasta dishes. They also have a carbonara, but I will say I do prefer the one at Pureveda. The Crossroads one does have an egg on top, which is cool to look at. It's not quite as good as the Pureveda one. I do really like the Crossroads one, but I feel like if I had to choose one to eat for the rest of my life, I would pick the Pureveda carbonara. In terms of appetizers, they have calamari, which I think is made of mushrooms, and it is so spot on. It's so good, and I don't know how they do it, but really impressed. And then also the last thing that I can think of that is really, really good are their pizzas. On their lunch menu, they have these really good deep dish pizzas, but then also for dinner, they have, you know, normal, thinner, big circle pizzas. I had a white sauce mushroom one, I believe, the last time I went. But that brings me to the end of this video. That is all 10 of my top favorite vegan restaurants in LA. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it's helpful if one, you're planning a trip to LA, or two, you live in LA and you just haven't heard of one or more of these. I promise you, you will not regret going to any of these. They all have such good food and such good, like, vibes. I love them. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.